everybody, will you join me as I make my way back from Portsmouth because I've just picked up a custom made can of spray paint. So I couldn't find the colour I wanted to do this tank. I'm going to have to wait some decent weather before I can get on with that though. Those MTs do sound bloody good, it has to be said. I got caught by the lights and now I'm going to pull up next to him like, hey buddy. It's a tight one, but I am going to do it because I really want to pull up next to him. Hey buddy. Oh man. What was I saying? Yes, I got that spray paint made. Couldn't find the colour I wanted online, so I was like, oh, I just can't get it made. It's not that expensive. It's about 14 quid, but it's custom to the colour you want. Made while you wait. I still need to get one more colour, which I might do in a minute, and then when there's a nice day, I can get out there and I'm gonna spray it, and I'm just gonna go for it. I think that's normally the best way. Is not overthink it. Is just to go for it, let it flow, just do it. See what it comes out like. It might be terrible. It's quite possible. Don't expect some major booth setup or something like that. I'm going to have to work something out, but I don't really have a great place to spray, but it's never held me back before now. Oh, stretch. Stretch and a bend. Hey, buddy, you want to stretch and a bend? Stretchy bendy. Oh, you know everyone's been doing this sort of first gear challenge. See how bike will go in first. I know what the answer to DIVI is. It's 55, but I guess I can prove that. "54, 55, always is." Oh, did you see the thing about Loch Ness? They did some testing, DNA testing in the water to see what species they could find. And they didn't find any plesiosaur DNA, and they didn't find Greenland shark DNA or anything like that. But they did find a lot of eel DNA, and they've come to the conclusion, Nessie must be a giant eel. And I'm surprised that the locals didn't try and run them out of town with freaking pitchforks, because that's their entire income. Loch Ness is a nice place, but let's face it, most of the people who are going there are going to try and see the Loch Ness Monster, and most of them are Americans. I'm not even kidding. Not been myself, but I've seen like stuff about it, and it's just Americans everywhere. Oh, I'm going to see the Loch Ness Monster. Oh yeah, I saw him. What are you doing, creeper? Oh man. The things you see these people being interviewed, and they're like, do you really think there's something out there? And they're like, oh, we really want to believe. I'm sorry, I'm not just taking a piss out of Americans. Anyone who wants to believe because it's fun to believe. That's like what a lot of the conspiracy theories are. They keep going because it's just fun to believe something. It's more fun if there's some conspiracy going on rather than some mundane reality of the way that things are. It spices up life a little. Now, I'm not saying I believe the Loch Ness Monster, because I don't. But I'm just saying, I can get why people want to. It's harmless. It only helps the local economy. I've always sort of assumed that it was probably a seal or something that was confused. It's another vehicle that's been made to look like a Jurassic Park thing. It cannot be a coincidence. Nessie is real! It's a sign. Nessie is real. Is a plesiosaur classed as a dinosaur? I'm not sure. I don't know. Let me guess. It's going to go green and they're not going to move. I just get this feeling. I knew it! How did I know it? Go! And I stalled it! I told you, it's just you just get this feeling about cars and people and situations. You just know what's going to happen. That was a good one though. That was pretty impressive. Or maybe it's because people are just so universally dumb these days that it's just obvious it's going to happen. It's just more likely to happen. You know, drive somewhere and do things normally and not cause anyone else bother? Unlikely. I don't even know what we're going to have for dinner. And am I going to leave that spray paint in there? Is she going to nick it? She might. She kind of looked like the shifty sort, didn't she? It wouldn't be the end of the world if someone stole all this paint, but I don't want to. I guess I just don't have that much trust. Oh, actually, there's paperwork with my details on it. Let's get that out there as well. Yes, I am using my Lextek tail pack. It's quite handy, actually. Chuck on the bike occasionally, but I would not want to run it like forever with it, because it's really no seat for a start. People are just going, yeah, it's soft, isn't it? It's just a semi-top box. You're just getting a bit old now. Nice person, let me out. Oh no! It's raining! That camera's not waterproof. This is not good. Sorry, 360 camera, you're going away. I'm afraid you'll have to just deal with this view because, not waterproof. Also, this is slippery at the best of times, so now it's had a light sprinkling of rain. It's probably lethal. I'm not going to find out. Actually, I'll just trouble the back tire. Yeah. Yeah, it just looks straight up. At least it's only light rain. At least it's only light rain. There we go. See the plus sides. It's just a light sprinkling, a spritzing. White wine spritzer. Hey, finally, la filtrage. No, not squeeziage. La filtrage. Could you please move over very slightly? It would be appreciated. No, fine then. I'll just make my way through. Thank you. Come on, monsieur. Fine then, I'll filter past you. I did. Oh, now he's coming forward. He's like, no, I'm in a precarious situation. I'm going to favour that the Volvo driver will be more predictable and slow. That's red. You're just going to jump a red. Well, they did indicate. Oh yeah, that video with the guy who was tailgating me, I think you know the one recently, BMW, it got a lot of views, not surprised. My patrons know I knew what was going to happen if I put that online, just the storm of judgmental people jumping to conclusions and talking about stuff they have absolutely no idea on. It's staggering. And some people are very clearly bitter about the fact that we can filter and they can't. Well, not that you physically could in a car, but you know, the fact that it is legal and they can't tell us not to. And while I was mentioning them, huge thanks to my patrons. You're amazing. Thank you for continuing to support me while things have slowed a little. I'm working on some videos which take time to actually get out because I've got to record bits and then wait a couple of weeks and record more bits. And obviously getting out just to do random little vlogs is not being so common at the moment, so thank you. Appreciate it. I have been working in the garage. I've got a couple of hours work done in the garage today though, so that's good. That is something actually. I started making a video on this the other day and was like, no, pointless. And also people are saying, well, you don't have kids spicy, so you can't have an opinion on it. But I have nieces. What is that? Looks like chips. Going on with the recent sort of seeing people's arguments to do with politics at the moment, it's become incredibly clear that critical thinking and stuff like that needs to be taught in school. it's like people are so dumb that they don't even know how to make a decision to work out how dumb they are. I'm not saying anything political, and don't leave politically based comments in the comments. There's no point. With something that was voted the way that it was, there is always going to be someone who doesn't like what you've said, and it just causes more and more arguments, and then people have just spent years sat on social media arguing a subject that they know very little about, and don't even seem to be able to do research to find out where they're wrong or right, or, you know, it's not about, like, it seems to be more about who shouts the loudest or who manages to be the most quick to the cut, or but yeah, I didn't think we'd need to do this, but yeah, I really do think it's time to start teaching kids basic stuff. Like, this is how you find out if something's true. This is called an experiment. This is called evidence. If you find yourself saying something a lot, question it occasionally and see if you're right. I don't like opening my mouth and saying things unless I know I'm right, or at least I've made the effort to do enough research to be able to say, okay, well, I did research and I got that bit wrong, but I did try. I didn't just go, I know everything about everything. I don't need to go and see if I've got anything wrong. Thing is, I'm the sort of person that I just want to know what the correct answer is, because I'm sick and tired of being told stuff as a child to then go and repeat that to someone else, and they're like, what the hell are you on about? That person was well wrong. So I'm like, oh, so now I feel like an idiot because I can't trust anything I say. So at that point I was like, now is the time. I'm just going to start learning, and I'm going to learn as much as I can, and then hopefully I won't get things wrong as much. And I've kept doing that to the point that I've learned about a little bit about an awful lot of things, and an awful lot about a couple of things. Indication, it's not hard. You didn't look and then pulled out in front of a car. Although, to be fair, the car should have given way. Well, actually, no, not if they're already on the road. They're already travelling on the road. Oh, what'd you do then? Who's got right of way then? You have a car on the road, but has to come to the opposite side of the road. So they've just lost right of way. But now there's someone pulling onto the road from here. But anyone on the road has priority over someone joining. So is the person who's overtaking on the opposite side of the road actually got right of way over the person pulling out because they haven't yet joined the road and the other one does, and that rule over sort of supersede the previous? I think it is. So in that case, it was the car that pulled out that was at fault. I don't know. I'm sorry, I know this vlog isn't structured as well. We have some mixed subjects and stuff, but my brain's just a bit, it's tired. It's very tired. And normally, obviously, while I'm doing my work in the garage and stuff like that, I listen to things and watch stuff, which kind of, you know, I research into stuff, and then that might end up sparking an idea of a video I'm going to make. But at the moment, I can't really do any of that. Oh, just a heads up to the members of my Facebook group. Apologies, I've not been interacting too much on there at the moment. Unfortunately, my app doesn't want to let me really get into it. Like, when I load up the normal app and I go to the page, it only shows me one comment at a time. It will not load. So the only time I can actually sort of respond and see all the posts and stuff on there is if I'm on my PC, and I'm not on my PC a lot at the moment. So, because I'm not editing videos, obviously. Well, I'm editing some, but not as much editing as I normally do, because I'm not filming as much as I normally do. Go and have a look over here. Hello, my seagull friend. Don't worry, I won't eat you. But I might eat you. Ah, yes. Gravel. Oh! Well, it's quite stormy down here. I didn't know this weather was due. Right then, well, apologies if you know I'm not too with it at the moment and stuff. As you know, got a lot going on. And it is very nice that people say to me, like, Spicy, just forget about the videos, man, just look after them and do that. I appreciate, I would love to do that, but in the same way that you'd have to go to work, I also have to go to work. But because I'm self-employed, it means a lot of it falls to me, just because I'm around. End the video, you fool. Goodbye, everyone. I hope you're well. enjoy your whatever day it is. Bye-bye. If you enjoyed this video and the other content on the channel, please consider following the links in the description to show your support.